Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Texas Nation. I'm your host, Grant Levenson, and we've got a full slate for you today, ranging from college and professional football to the NBA and, of course, to the World Series. But first, let's recap this last week in sports. Violence is the #1 selling point in all movies or TV shows. I can't lie, violence sells. It's one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, why America loves football. That's also in part one of the reasons why we play football. But nowadays, it seems we're a little more concerned with protecting the players as opposed to violently tackling them. Roger Goodell and the rest of the administration in the league are really turning the NFL into the no-fun league. Don't get me wrong, I never want to see a player get hurt, regardless if it's a player on my team, the opposing team, or a team that I hate. I never want to see a player get hurt. But it's something that comes with the territory, and every single athlete who plays this game knows that. No player goes out there trying to hurt someone, but yes, players do go out there looking to light people up. They want those big hits, and they want those turnovers. They want those tackles that get a jaw-dropping "oh" from everyone in the crowd. And quite frankly, we all want those things too. That's kind of why the NFL has a DVD that's showcasing the biggest hits in NFL history. So to take away helmet-to-helmet hits is the right move. I know that they want to see the Sheldon Brown on Reggie Bush form tackle, but they're kind of going about it all the wrong way. 2 weekends ago, when Deshaun Jackson, Todd Heap, Josh Cribbs, and Muhammad Massaquoi all went down with concussions, only one of those hits was truly an illegal hit. Brandon Merriweather, the safety for the Patriots, without a doubt jumped up into the air to intentionally spear Todd Heap in the head with his own helmet. But other than that hit, none of the others were malicious. Those bad hits are just going to happen. For instance, if a player was going across the middle, catches a ball, he's going to duck down a little bit and then look for a cut. It's not the defender's job to change his direction mid-air and avoid the player's head which just popped into the line of fire. It's physically impossible. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the NFL better do a really good job of evaluating what is a legal and an illegal hit, or they might lose their athletes as well as their fan base. Now moving on to a sport invented by the great Dr. James Naismith, let's talk a little basketball. This past Tuesday, the NBA season kicked off with what is probably a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. The new and improved Miami Heat went up against the effective yet old Boston Celtics. Well, the Heat hadn't played more than 3 minutes together as a full team, and it showed. They set their lowest first period score ever with just 9 measly points. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James had an accumulation of 6 turnovers between them in just the first 12 minutes alone. Now, although the Heat were able to bounce back and bring the game within 3 points, the shooting of Ray Allen was too much for the Heat to overcome and ended up falling to the Celtics by 8. Now, I know that pretty much everyone outside of the state of Florida wanted that outcome, but I hate to break it to you, the Heat will still win 60 games, and they will still win the NBA championship. Now switching back to football for a moment, I'm going to have to do something that's very tough on me. It's time that I give the Longhorns the proper verbal abuse that they truly deserve. Never in the 12 years Mack Brown has been the head coach at Texas have I seen a team who lacks not only playmakers, but they lack leadership, drive, discipline, and they have zero desire to win. It's absolutely ridiculous. The Longhorns think that they can go out and win based off of their talent alone. After 3 losses, I think we can all agree that they don't have near the talent needed for that. They have an offensive line who's about as aggressive as a herd of turtles, and I know 6th grade girls who are meaner than they are. They don't have a good running back, and the one guy who is good enough doesn't see the field because the coaches say he doesn't know the plays. You have a quarterback who looks like he's trying to be Tom Cruise out in Top Gun, locking on to a MiG. The only problem is you can't lock on to a D1 receiver, otherwise they're going to intercept you all day. The receivers like to drop every ball that's thrown to them, and in the few that they do catch, they don't do anything with it. And this supposed vaunted defense that the world's greatest defensive coordinator was supposed to have, get real. That defense allowed 34 points to a UCLA team who's averaging just 21 points on the season. Not to mention getting beat 28-21 by Iowa State, a team who the previous week was shut out 52-0 by Oklahoma. Okay, I know it's a rebuilding year, but what kills me is the lack of heart. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more NFL and college football, so don't go anywhere.